Friends, welcome to Adda 24/7. We are in the Sankalpa series for BFM Module A, and we are covering important theory as well as questions as well as numericals from the topics, all the topics of BFM. Today we are covering chapter number 6, ECB. We will be covering the objective questions today. Okay, so let's start. First one, no person, one second. No person in India can import or export unless he or she has obtained the following. So what is required over here? Import export code from DGFT, uh, authorization from DGFT, authorization from RBI, importer exporter code from RBI. So what is the right answer? Means what is required over here? Means importer exporter code from DGFT or importer exporter code from RBI. Who gives the IC code? This is known as IC code. Import export code is called as IC code. So it is given by DGFT, correct? Import export code, importer exporter code given by DGFT. So the code number is given by DGFT, and if you have to do any transaction related to import or export, you have to go through, you have to get this IC code from DGFT. Very simple process, anyone can get it. You have to provide your KYC documents and that's it. Okay. Export declaration form is not required to be submitted by exporter if the value of the export consignment is. So what do you mean by this? Here, export declaration form. What do you mean by the export declaration form? This form is required to be maintained if I'm doing some export from India. Here there are two things. If I'm doing export, then I have to get this EDF, the export declaration form. If I'm doing import, okay, import, then I have to get the BEF, bill of entry. Okay, these are the two important documents which are required. If I'm doing exports, then EDF. If I'm doing imports, then BEF. EDF, or there is second form called as Softex. Softex is for software. If you are doing anything, software means not only software, it relates to software and services, other services. ITES, call centers, which support the US banks and various other banks outside the country. So they are all the part of this Softex only. EDF relates to all other goods other than software or software related. Okay. Next one. Form ETX is used by. So what is this ETX? ETX is known as extension form. This extension form is used by who? By AD when they extend the time period for the pre-shipment loans. Pre-shipment loans. AD when the post-shipment loan is written off. Exporter while seeking extension for the realization of export bill. Exporter for seeking extension of time for extending the period of pre-shipment loan. So what should be the correct answer over here? What do you say? Exporter means AD or this exporter? So always remember the answer is, this is extension form. Extension, okay, it is exporter. Exporter while seeking the extension of time for realization of export bill. Now what do you mean by this? Suppose if I am the exporter, okay, I am the exporter over here. So if I do any exports, I have to get the funds, okay, from that whichever party it is, from foreign. I have to get it within the period of 9 months, 9 months or to 15 months. Means 15 months is the ultimate, last end. So mainly it should be 9 months only. Okay. So this 9 months is an important period. If I don't get it within, let's say, max to max 15 months, then the exporter will have to seek an extension form. Okay. So whom is to this extension form provided now? See, earlier it was given that RBI, means the exporter had to go to RBI and get this extension. But now it has been changed. Now the exporter has to seek this extension from the AD bank only, authorized this authorized dealer, right? So this AD bank means the one who has handled that document. From that only it can get. So bank will forward it to RBI further, but the customer doesn't have to go to this RBI now. Okay, clear? Before going ahead, everyone download, subscribe to Officers Adda 24/7 YouTube channel. In this channel, you will be getting the latest updates on JIB and CIB. Number one, updates from whom? Updates from IIBF. All the updates from IIBF are immediately displayed as well as explained over here. Second thing what you get is free YouTube series. Right now, what are you watching? You're watching the free YouTube series. Okay. So, the free YouTube series on all the subjects of JIB and CIB, you get it over here. So, that's why subscribe to the channel immediately. And firstly, it is free. Free means whatever is free, grab it fast. Click on the subscription button, click on the bell icon, click on the like button. Okay, share it with your friends. Immediately do it. Okay. The credit directly extended by the overseas supplier of goods to the importer is called as here. Overseas supplier extended by overseas supplier to the importer. So what is that called as here? This I've already taken in one of my earlier sessions also. So remember it's called as, okay, let me get the answer from you. Why should I answer? If you have attended that session, 2-3 days back I had taken some question like this. It is buyer's credit, supplier's credit, trade credit, and ECB, external commercial borrowing. So what is it called as? Extended by overseas supplier to the importer. Now this importer is from our country. Okay. So suppose if I say it like this is Mr. X, right? He is the supplier from USA, and he is a seller. Supplier or seller, you can call it supplier. Okay, supplier from USA. Now what happens? This is my buyer in India, Mr. A. Okay, in India. Nowadays we call it Bharat, right? We are changing this India, Bharat, right? So let's say this is my importer in India or Bharat over here. Now what happens? This supplier in USA wants to sell the goods, but the supplier is afraid of payment, obviously, because anyone doing new transaction, and that also in various countries, different countries, anyone will be afraid. So what does the supplier say? Supplier says here, I am not doubting, means I am actually doubting your payment system. Will you pay me or not? I don't know. So in that case, what does the supplier say? The supplier says, tell your bank, let's say SBI over here. Tell your bank that to give a acceptance to me on the bill of exchange. Acceptance. Now, what happens? This bill of exchange is drawn by the supplier. It is drawn on this drawee, means Indian buyer, and bank gives an additional stamp. This is also called as availization. Okay. So this arrangement where the bank in India gives the guarantee of payment on the due date is known as, this is that arrangement, that is known as supplier's credit. Here what is happening? Why is it said that overseas supplier of goods to importer? So this supplier will get the payment only on the due date. Let's say it is 60 days. Okay, 60 days from the date of shipment. So the supplier is out of payment for 60 days from the date of shipment. So that's why it is said that extended by the supplier. So 60 days he is on credit only, right? He or she. So that's why overseas supplier of goods to the importer is called as supplier's credit. Okay, second one. The credit arrangement by the buyer, importer, from a bank, FI, outside India to settle the payment of imports is called as, now this is the next part of this. Okay, yeah, next part of this. So what is that called as? Say this. So extended by the buyer from a bank, FI, outside India. What do you mean by this? This means like this. Same transaction earlier, X, USA, A, India, right? A, buyer in India, or buyer in Bharat. Okay. So B is a buyer, A is a buyer in Bharat. Now here the problem is different. Here Mr. X says, okay, you are good, everything is good, but I want cash. I want cash. I don't deal without cash. In that case, what do? Mr. A is not having the funds over here, Mr. or Mrs. anyone, okay? But X wants to send the goods. But X wants cash. In that case, what happens? A is having one local bank in India. So let's say SBI again. A is having the account with SBI bank and doing the transactions through SBI. But now this guy wants cash. In that case, what happens? A arranges for a foreign bank. That is, let's say Citibank. Citibank. Okay. So A arranges for a Citibank. A arranges, huh? That's why it said arranged by the buyer importer from a bank outside India. So A arranges for the Citibank. And this Citibank will pay this guy immediately cash. Okay. Now how will Citibank get the money? A tells SBI that on the due date, let's say the due date is 60 days. Okay. 60 days payment. So on the due date, A says that SBI will pay Citibank this amount, this whatever amount is dollars plus interest. So Citibank is happy because it is getting interest on that. What will SBI get? SBI is happy over here because SBI will get commission on this. Commission. Okay, because this is known as buyer's credit. A is happy because even though this commission and interest is gone, A is getting the goods immediately. Isn't it? So that's why this is the transaction of buyer's credit. So wherever this buyer arranges for a foreign bank, okay, for payment to that supplier immediately, that is known as this buyer's credit. Everyone, download Adda 24/7 app from on your mobile. In this app, you'll be getting the premium study material plus live classes, ebooks, tests, whatever you need for clearing JIB and CIB, you'll get it over there. Okay. So that's why download Adda 24/7 app immediately. What do you need for clearing any exam? What do you need? We need only 2-3 things. One is live classes, second is books, third is tests. So all these three you are getting. So that's why download it right now. Okay. The supplier's credit extended by the overseas supplier for a period more than 3 years is termed as. Now look at this. The term is same, supplier's credit. But we saw the same term, right? X, Y, X giving the payment to this same one, this one. Supplier is giving the goods on credit to the buyer in India. So that is the same thing. Only the point over here is more than 3 years. Because now what do you mean by more than 3 years? Here Mr. X is sending the goods. Okay, goods are sent to A. Okay. And a payment is to be made by, let's say, this SBI. Okay, same transaction again by SBI. Payment is to be made, but this payment is to be made after 3 years, let's say 4 years. Such a long period. So when we have such a long period of payment from India, that is called as what? Buyer's credit, supplier's credit, trade credit, and ECB, external commercial borrowing. So that is known as ECB, external commercial borrowing. Okay. So supplier's credit, whenever it's extended beyond 3 years, okay, then it is called as ECB, external commercial borrowing. Which of the following is not correct regarding Asian currency unit settlements, ACU settlements? Which of them is not correct? ACU. What is ACU? ACU is a group of the Indian countries, not Indian countries, Asian countries. Okay, there are various countries in this: India, Iran, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, right? Burma. I mean Myanmar, this Burma same. Then Iran. So all these countries, China, all these countries have come together for ACU settlements. ACU settlement means what? They do the transactions within themselves, and the net of the exchanges is reported to US net, so that every transaction is not reported to US. So which of the following is not correct? There are 9 countries in ACU. The last country to join ACU is Myanmar with effect from 2010. The settlement takes place through ACU dollar or ACU euro. So both the things are allowed. Dollar also and euro also. A separate dollar or euro account is required to be maintained to be open to distinguish ACU. Separate dollar or euro account. Okay, is it so? So which one of them is not correct? We want a not correct answer now. What do you think? What do you think is should be the answer over here? Not correct. It is. This is the answer. B. The last country to join the ACU in Myanmar was Myanmar with effect from 2010. That is not the correct answer. Okay. It was not this in 2010. Okay. So that's why this is a wrong answer. Remaining everything is correct. There are 9 countries in the ACU. Right. Settlement takes place through ACU dollars. Right. A separate dollar or euro account is required to be opened. So that is also right. Okay. So all these A, C and D are right. Only B is the wrong answer. Everyone join the Sankalpa batch starting from September 4th. Remember, September 4th just coming up. Fresh batch is starting. This will be the last long batch for this session for November series. Okay. So join it fast. All the 4 subjects are covered. Numericals, objective questions, case studies, everything is covered. You can join the Mahapack as well, Mahapack 2.0. In this Mahapack, you are getting live classes plus video courses, ebooks, test series, mini and Maha marathon, practice papers, doubt sessions, everything you are getting. So join it ASAP. Okay. How to join this? Let me show you. See this. Go to Adda 24/7. Always I would suggest go through the app on Adda 24/7. You should always go through the app because in the app you are getting 1% extra. Generally using the coin system. Okay. Coins, you can use it. You go on using the collecting the coins and then you will get this the coin system over here. So one sec. Yeah, let me show you how to go to Adda 24/7. Let's see. Yes, go to Adda 24/7. Here, click on JIB and CIB. JIB and CIB. Okay. Click on CIB November 23. Here we will see the various classes. Okay. So join this batch, Sankalpa English batch. Okay. So here you get 300 live online live classes, 56 test series, 65 ebooks, recorded videos. Use the code AUG77 to get maximum offers. Click on buy now. See this. You are getting 77% off. 23,999 reduces to 5,519. Use discount. So you can join this. Immediately I would suggest you join the Mahapack. In Mahapack you are getting multiple batches per subject, per topic. Okay. So even if you do around 8 to 10 batches out of these, then also you'll be having the revision 8 to 10 times. See this. Go to Mahapack. Click on CIB Mahapack 2.0. Here you will see 500 plus hours of online live classes, 122 test series, 216 ebooks, 970 videos. Use the code AUG70 to get 77% off. Look at this. See this, 77% off. 36,837 reduces to 8,472. Isn't it a huge discount? Join it ASAP. I'll be back tomorrow with another series. Till then, keep studying and do join the batches ASAP.